Go live today. I'm gonna try to do a live for the next. I'm gonna try to do a live at least 3 days a week now, and this is kind of it's gonna be a new something. I'm gonna do this for a little bit of time, and then we'll see how we'll see how things go from that point on, and then um, I'll do this for a little while. It's gonna be kind of a test run. We're doing live. And then what I'm going to do is, because in the beginning there's typically either nobody or some people kind of trickling in, I'm just going to start talking right away, just in case later on you get the live video and people want to watch it after the fact. And I'm going to leave it up there so that way we can just kind of, you can kind of go through it and hear it and stuff like that. Um, so with that said, I wanted to talk about the main topic of what many of you guys come here to talk about, and is divorce and depression and the future, and your future, like my future, and where people are going. What am I hearing? What's the common thing that I'm constantly hearing about? Kimberly, hey, hello, buddy. How you doing? What's going on, Kimberly? I hope you're doing good. And thank you for your for commenting and watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And that's awesome. I actually want to respond to your comment from from a video ago, and I totally get it. So I again, we may have something similar as far as like taking a long break after divorce and just really focusing on yourself. But I'm sure like the whole situation is not the same. Of course, everyone has different experiences. For myself, I was about 5 years until I really wanted to even look or touch a woman, or even talk to a woman. And I feel like I was toxic, and I think we all kind of are a little bit. We're all a little bit damaged, right, from the experience. We're hurting a little bit, or either whether we were the good ones or the bad ones, or whether we were done wrong or whether good things came out. Thank you so much. And I felt like I had this huge chip on my shoulder, and I was like proud of it, and I was like parading around. Nope, no way, I'm not talking to a woman. Nope. And it was toxic type of thinking, that low energy type of thinking, and just, you know, then I look back at it, it was very non-manly of me to be thinking like that. And then, and I safely wanted to take like a long hiatus. Yeah, right. Uh, from even just getting into any type of space conversation, or even a verbal or visual contact of any sort towards a woman. Not for one, because I had this huge chip on my shoulder, but for two is because I didn't want to look like an asshole, being an asshole to people, and I didn't feel like being an asshole was really the best option. It's just, you don't want to be an asshole to people. I mean, for all I know, this person is probably going through something, and I'm just here like hating this person because they're a woman, and oh, I hate women, and it was just like, yeah, yes, I get it. I was a jerk before too. Yeah, we all are. We're just a little bit damaged from our experience, right? And then we heal, we get to understand ourselves. And that 5 year time, I didn't touch, don't talk, no sex, no nothing with a woman for 5 years. And definitely at some points, I wanted a woman, but then when I got to moments where I was like maybe just coming in a little bit closer to communicating with somebody, I was like, ugh, I almost like you. Some things were revealed about them, and it just made me want to stay away. Like, oh no, thank you, no, no. I already know what's coming. I can, I can peel away the layers of toxicity and narcissism, and I just no, 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 thank you, no, thank you. And then ended up being 5 years. 5 years passed, and I met a girl, and the first girl I meet ends up being my girlfriend for a couple of years. And because I typically go into the relationship, I go into meeting with somebody in a relationship with the full 100% respect that I'm going to be in this relationship with this person. I'm not like, oh, let's try you out for a little bit and then I'll try this next person and maybe date another one and date another. No, no, no. I don't. I look at that person, no matter their goods and their bads and their flaws, and love them, give them the full respect, 100%. This is the one person. That's it. And I don't think about dating other people. Yes, that's how I feel about men right now. Yeah. And so I do want to talk a little bit about that. And I think that's really helpful for the future of other people watching this video and for a lot of people that are, I know, will comment on this video later about that. And I'll put myself first, and please chime in and maybe ask some questions or talk a little bit more about your experience. If you have some time, I respect your time and your space. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Um, when we have that type of anger towards this person that did us wrong, we knowingly know that not everybody is bad. Um, but we have so much deep internal pain that we can almost see the manipulation of lies, the little the words and comments that can lead to the backlash of mental abuse while we're communicating with this new person. We can almost like we relive the experience that we had with this new person, and you can almost see it coming now. You're a little bit wiser and smarter about it, but then we let it consume our minds so much so that we now look at this person as with all the layers of the pain. And now, in order to meet this new person, we have to peel away this pain, peel away the manipulation, peel away the narcissism, peel it away until we can see this new person. And I think that makes it more challenging for us. We almost get angry at this person or angry at the experience that we had from the past. And again, we're being angry at the future that does not exist. We're getting angry at the past that no longer exists. And here we're losing in touch with ourselves today, right now, being centered and loving ourselves today at this moment. And that's where it's really important. And I think that is the space that we get lost in. We get lost in being mindful and aware of our own internal growth because we're losing ourselves from the pain from the past, losing ourselves from the fear of the future. And in essence, you're getting further away from understanding and grasping love at its wholesomeness, at its in its organic state, in its most beautiful moments. Love can be so beautiful if we just look at it as an outside entity separate from us. And this is what I believe about love. For example, if this was love, this love is there, and it's there. It exists. It's not part of me. It's not who I am. I don't own it or control it. It is just there and it exists, and I have to look at it as something so beautiful, and I have to appreciate the beauty of the way it looks. Yes, I know all men aren't bad, but while I'm healing, my eyes are clouded from the past pain. That's exactly, yes. And that's all of us, Kimberly. That's why I'm pausing, so I can grieve and process the past pain. That's beautiful. That is taking control of yourself. That is truly taking control of your own healing process. And that's so important. That is so important, and that's very intelligent and very wise for you to do. That we take a pause, we allow ourselves to grieve and process the past. That's beautiful that you said it, and the way you said it too. That's perfectly stated. And most people should actually take the time to, self-reflect, process what's going on, and allow yourself to grieve through the pain that we've experienced. That's beautiful because you're just only going to heal so much more, and you're going to become such a more beautiful person outside of that. I don't want to bring that pain into my journey to finding my forever partner. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, that's it. And that's beautiful that you know that forever partner will eventually be there. And we have to keep that in mind, that everyone deserves love and everyone has somebody for themselves. Um, with that said, there's so many other things that a lot of guys do. I want to tell you something. I want to share something with you that I did. I'm really embarrassed to say this, but I don't care, um, because I'm healed from now. But I've talked to somebody about this just 2 days ago. This guy is new. He actually comes to my work. He came to my work. Rocky, I found your video. Hey man, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. And I gave him a hug. I'm like, brother, you gotta be strong. Come on. You gotta take out this fucking like anger out of you. You know what I'm saying? And think clearly. And so, thank you. And one of the things that he started telling me is, I'm mad at her. She has another man right now. She's already told me. She's been honest with me. I'm sleeping. I'm cheating on you. I don't love you no more. I'm gonna leave you. We're gonna divorce, and that's it. And I don't care. She's At least she's being honest. Hey, at least she's being honest. You know, at the very least, just say it, speak it, say something, communicate. And so she did, and he's like, damn, he just got hit, left and right. I'm cheating you. I'm leaving you, and there's nothing you could do about it. He's like, just like taking it, and he tells me, I'm so mad at her. I just want to go fuck somebody. And I'm like, hold on. That's your anger thinking. Okay, you go and you go have sex out of anger. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because how beautifully stated you said, I'm taking the time to pause and process and allow myself to grieve. That is so intelligent to do. And so for someone that's listening in the future of this, don't be that guy. I was that guy. I was so angry. I just wanted to go have sex with somebody because I was angry. Let me tell you what you're going to feel. You are going to have an orgasm at that very moment. You're going to feel good for that one moment. And when you get up and you go look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to hate yourself. You're going to feel like shit. I'm telling you that sex, to try to fix the pain, is the worst thing you can do and the lowest level of a man that you can be, or a woman. That is the worst thing. And the best thing you can do is do what Kimberly said. And thank you so much. And if you guys are listening, coming in, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Or if you guys are going to watch this later, please give a thumbs up. And shout out Kimberly. Yeah, that's awesome. To allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to process this, and to release this pain so you can look on to a brighter future, because your forever love will eventually come to you. Don't do these toxic things. We attach ourselves, and what are we thinking? Why are we leaning towards something toxic like this? Out of anger, because your angry mind is thinking. Your angry mind is directing things, is acting upon things. What type of intelligent human being does something like that? Don't think like that. And is that the way you train your mindset to process anger, or to process cheating, or process pain? And what you're doing is you're teaching yourself that subconsciously, that this is the way I'm going to allow myself to process good and bad things in my life. And who is a reflection of your actions? Who is a reflection of your character? Don't let me say it. Our children. Our children. You cannot train yourself to be that type of person. You can't, because of your children. You can't. It feels good. Yeah, okay, you feel good, but it's not going to turn out well. It is a reflection upon the other things that you think and say and do along your life. I did this one bad thing, and but I'm doing 100 good things. Well, you everything has to be looked at and everything has to be fixed. Okay, so I want to go ahead and move on to something else here. The future, right? So hold on. let me look at this. All right, so I don't want to pause and heal because it sucks. It doesn't feel good to process the pain, so we run off and use another person for instinct, ego boost, and gratification. That's exactly it. It's really an ego boost. It's the ego brain, and then the toxic dating cycle continues. Exactly. And there's so many people that are going through that toxic dating cycle. Um, I remember being out, and this happened several times. I even mentioned it on a video in the back past. I would go on a date, and the woman actually came over my place. This was I was living in a couple cities over, and 4 years. Mercado, hi, how are you? 4 years divorced, and I still haven't healed after my divorce. A few months later, I was fired from my job for refusing to take the job, living a life of hell. Oh my gosh, that's that's the worst. That's the worst when your job is affected, and it's hard to heal. And I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I hope that you are employed right now. I hope that you're working right now. I hope that you have some type of somebody to help you out, someone to fall back on. I really hope and pray that you do. I'm really sorry to hear that. When you're when it's difficult to process the divorce and we're sitting in the pain, a lot of us can't get out of it, and it's very difficult. I was there for probably the first year. Well, it was many years. It was difficult for me, including this year. Um, but I remember specifically the I remember specifically the first year. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna share this with you because I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay, a lot of people are going through this. I remember a guy who had mentioned on my YouTube, and he actually reached out to me through email, and I want to thank him if he ever watches this again. He had mentioned to me, I'm having such a difficult time processing my divorce. We're just separated. I can't see my child, and I'm so angry every day that it's affecting my job. And now my coworkers hate me, and I'm getting into fights with them every single day, and I'm about to be fired. And he was just like on thin ice. And so you're not alone. This stress is so painful. Um, it's just sitting in the pain. Exactly. I'm so sorry, Jay Z. Yeah, man. And when it becomes your every breath. It becomes your every step. You can't move, think, and process your daily activities. And what I want to say to this, what I'm trying to get to here, is you have to put yourself in healthy environments. You have to reach out because your body and your mind are so numb you can't move. Guys, when I moved out and I laid in this apartment, the first day I walked out and I moved into that new apartment, I moved in there and I laid down for 7 days, and I had no shower, no food. I drank water literally out of the sink. There was no furniture, there was no spoon, cup, or anything. And I just drank water out of the sink. And I went to the bathroom and I laid on the ground on the carpet for 7 days. And I just cried, and I just cried and cried. I cried to the point where I didn't know when I was going to cry or not cry. I choked up with no tears. I had tears come out, and still I was just so numb. And then at some point you start to move. You start to try to go throughout your day. You're just this zombie. You're outside of yourself. Guys, I've been there. And the reason why I try to express these things is because I want you to know that I'm with you. I'm walking with you on this journey. I'm with you. And there's many of us that are there with you. You're going to survive. Look at me. You're going to get out of this and you're going to survive. You have to know that this is going to change. You're not going to walk every breath and every step of your life in pain and agony. And the things that are falling around you and that are falling apart, your job, your money, your this and that, even your mind, brother, this is a transformation of a new human being that you're becoming. This is a transformation of something new. It is difficult. You're shedding your skin. You're shedding the outside of you. It's really hard to try to understand when you're sitting in the actual fire of pain. But in time, you're going to start seeing this. I hope it will. 7 months. Yes, a zombie. That's the perfect example. You're just a zombie. You're almost like living. You're using this body. It's like a carcass, and you're just using this body to just move around and just process your life. And I've been there before. I have been there before. I cry every day since this divorce. Every day is the same. Yes, every day is the same. Every moment when you sit down, every day when you get up, you're hurting. But brother, I want to tell you something, Eliezer. You're not going to feel this pain every day. It's not going to be there every day. You have to start talking it out of you. You have to start putting yourself in places. You have to take a walk. You have to go to the gym. You have to go to church. You have to start. Reason I'm attracted to your channel is because it gives me hope that there are actually good men who are choosing to face and process their pain. There are, Kimberly. There are good men. And I speak this to many men on here. And you'll find some of my videos, if you go further back, I'll even you don't even have to, I'll tell you, where I had this huge chip on my shoulder about women, and I carried it at some points. You'll start to see this transformation with me, where I'm actually starting to say, hey guys, we can't continue this hatred towards women. We can't, because hatred coming out of us is cancerous chemicals just rising within us. We have to stop hating. We have to start loving. You'll start to see this transformation, and that's what I want to share with Jay-Z, Eliezer, is that this you have to start transforming your thinking, because guys, the stress, the pain that you feel it's in your mind. I mean, you technically are not looking at your arm, and it's not in pain, in physical pain. The pain is in your mind. So you really have to go deep into your mind and take a full grasp of it. You have to really take a hold of your mind and say it to yourself. I'm going to think positively today. I'm going to take my deep breaths. I'm going to stand up like a strong stoic man. I'm going to love outwardly at any and all things. I'm going to process my day beautifully. It's going to smooth, just be smooth as can be. You have to continue to talk yourself through these days, through these moments. Every moment that you have when you go to the kitchen, what I would do is I would have this trauma responses, because I thought my daughter was there by the refrigerator, and I want to get a cup, and I would actually pour some juice for my daughter, and my daughter wasn't there. And you have these trauma responses because you're going in the shower and you think, you hear your daughter calling you, daddy, daddy. And I was like looking outside, and I'm all alone. Nobody's calling me daddy. And so I walk with you in this pain. I know your pain. I know what you're feeling, brothers and sisters. I know what you're feeling. And we cannot go back and relive the narcissism, the manipulation, the lies, the blocking on social media, the blocking of the phone, the cheating, the lying, the pretending. I love you, but I love you. Stop reliving that past. Stop reliving that past. Because it's not going to take you in the right direction that you need to go. And there is a right direction. There is a wrong and there's a right. And by living and sinking in those thoughts, you're not taking a full grasp and control of your mind. It's the power of your mind that you allow. What are you going to give the power to? The pain of the past? Or the greatness that's within you for the future? But brother, no one believes in you. No one cares about you. You have to fucking believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to get a little fucking mad and angry and really take a full grasp of your mind. You've got to. Don't be an asshole. Love with an iron fucking fist. Brother, when you walk out that door, you got to smile at the fucking birds and the trees. You got to smile at your neighbor. You got to smile at kids. You got to smile at every single person. That enemy at work, the person that pisses you off, the guy that honks at you from behind. Smile and feel love and gratitude at every moment of your breath. When you inhale, I feel so fucking good. And you exhale, damn, that was great. You have to be so grateful for your life. Because if you're doing this, I don't know who you are or what type of religion you believe in. But if I was an angel from above and I'm looking down at you, wow, this person is just mad. They hate their life. They don't want to even live. They're not appreciating their life anymore. We got to do something about this. Well, let's change their whole surrounding. Let's change their whole living space, their whole situation. They're too angry. We have to be so grateful and loving, man, that it just emulates and oozes out of us consistently. People are going to be attracted to you by the confidence that you have and the greatness that you have, the good man that you are. Be kind to this old woman. Be respectful to this young girl. This young girl with some big tits and ass, she probably has so many guys disrespectfully looking at her. Ooh, Be the nice guy for once. Hi, how are you doing? Give her some respect. She probably doesn't even experience that anymore. Yeah, I highly encourage internal family system therapy. It's helping me tremendously. Internal family systems therapy. That's beautiful. Exactly. That's good. Anything with therapy is beautiful. The people that say, no, I don't need therapy, those are the ones that need it the most. I'm telling you, I've shied away from therapy for many years. It was at the moment that I wanted to kill myself that I said, that's the only hope. Let me see if therapy works, because I'm about to pick up this gun and use it. And I had a gun for my business, for my events. I had a gun because I had to have a gun in order to go into the back of the hotels, and just in case we had somebody running up in the truck and stuff like that and shooting us. Yes, God is a godsend, and God is too. Cello, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you on here. I haven't seen your messages for a long time. Love you, man. Says, hey, man, I stopped into live in the past and see the past teacher. I'm very thankful always. I want people like in the past. Yes, that's good. It's hard to trust. It is hard to trust. Thank you for your message. And it is hard to trust. But we have to, the reason why we have difficulties trusting other people is because we don't trust ourselves. Because we know that we are capable of doing something wrong. And it's hard to trust. People make it really difficult, and a lot of reactive abuse comes out of mistrust. Oh, you think I'm going to cheat? When that person really didn't say that. You said, Honey, who is that? What do you think I'm cheating? That reactive abuse. Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. That's not what I said. The most common abused statement, or the most common statement that we know, that you're being mentally abused. That's not what I said. You know someone's abusing you. I'm the only person I trust. Yeah, David. Thank you, brother. It's good to see you. You know what? You should trust yourself. Trust yourself that you're going to survive. Trust yourself that you're going to be, that you're going to heal from this, and trust yourself that everything's going to work out and it's in the right space. I want to go back to something that's really important. I think this whole world and all of the experiences that we have, we can pinpoint it to a lot of different things going back to when birth control started, and maybe racism, or we can pick away part of all these things. And what comes down to, what are we missing in in finding the wrong person, going through a divorce, breakup, having to process pain, and finding these new challenges within ourselves and also in others, and then moving forward and trying to have a better life and future for ourselves, and maybe possibly with a partner, as a whole picture, as a bigger picture. And I think really it's the misunderstanding of love. I think love is a huge misunderstanding. We're losing the essence of what love is. We're losing the key points of knowing what love is. And see, love doesn't start like, oh, my the love of my child, which I know we love our children, or the love of our dog, or the love of our partner. You already know what I'm going to say. Love starts inside you first. It has to be. And you think, oh, well, I love myself. No, 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 no. You have to go deeper in love with yourself. You have to be so in love with you. So in love with you. It is a part of your every movement, your every breath. It's how you love, it's how you think. You're a loving person in all that you do. When you create your food, your breakfast, when you go to lunch, you drink your water, you know that you're loving yourself, you're nurturing yourself. Now, I think this part of love, the loving you, the internal you, is something that we've completely missed because we're trying to find ourselves through pain. We're trying to find ourselves through divorce. We're trying to find ourselves through our work, through technology. We're trying to find ourselves through all these different things. Why are we trying to go through something to find ourselves, when we need to find the love first within us? And when we love this way, by loving ourselves so greatly, and then we love externally everything that we do about ourselves, our whole world, we're so loving within it, we naturally attract like attracts like, same attracts the same. And that type of love, you'll attract a similar like love, and then you'll find your forever love. So if you're not even in the ballpark of trying to look for someone, or you're not in the ballpark of really trying to find love, it'll just it'll surprise you, and it'll happen eventually. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. We're gonna go ahead and keep this short right now. We're at 34 minutes. I felt sometimes that going like an hour um, was killing people. Let me know maybe later in the comment section if you'd like me to go for a full hour. I want to keep them around 30 minutes. I've done 30 and 45 minutes before, so we'll keep them less than an hour. I want to be respectful of your guys' time as well too, because sometimes I do this just randomly, and I will try to be doing this at least 3 times a week right now. And I want to say thank you guys, all of you guys, David, Kimberly, Cello, Jay-Z, and Elysier. Thank you guys so much for all your comments. Thank you for guys for watching, man. And I love you guys so very much. I love you so, so very much. And I want to just end this right now with a little prayer I want to say to you. I pray to any of your religions, any of you, and wherever you're at. I pray to God that all your pain is eased. Your pain goes away. I pray that you see your beautiful children one day and you have them in your arms. I pray that you go to sleep tonight or you wake up in the morning with peace in your mind and love in your heart. I love you so, so much, and I don't know who you are, but I wish the greatest in love for you. I hope that you find love with that someone that loves you more than you can ever imagine. And I wish the greatest for you. I wish you the most massive success, the greatest of health and happiness in your life. I love you so, so much, and I mean this with all my heart. I wish you guys the very best. Have a beautiful night, okay? I love you guys. Take care. Have a good night.